Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to part 2 of this Borderlands 1 Let's Play. The only things I've done off camera since we last left off was to sell a bunch of the trash guns that we had, and our next quest here is to check the bounty board, which is going to be located right here. There are a couple bounty boards throughout the game, and the first two are Catch a Ride and to go back to TK.
Appreciate you taking a poke at that. The system, not my mom. Down the skag den, know what I'm saying?
And that introduces us to Scooter, who is a beloved NPC in the franchise, but we will get to his quest in a bit. We're going to help TK first, because I like TK's quests. They get you a good amount of XP and a couple levels, which really helps with the next thing that we're going to do after that.
I've been looking for you.
Alright.
I'll see you later, right? We'll see you.
So both of these quests are completed back in that area we went before where we fought Nine Toes, so I'm going to run over there really quick. And there's going to be one other quest we'll pick up along the way, and once we get those 3 quests turned in, I think that will be the end of part 2. I'm going to try to do slightly smaller video chunks and record maybe 4 or 5 at a time, just to make them more palatable for people out there who don't want to see like a 32-hour long video from a YouTuber that they don't even know in the first place. So we are headed to Skag Gully. So the 2 quests we picked up are to kill Scar, who is a very large skag who has TK's leg. The other quest we picked up was to get some seeds that he needs for some reason. And the third quest is right here, and it is to just pick up 2 separate audio recordings for creatures who speak a language that we do not understand. I'm rocking 2 separate pistols, the Ladyfinger, which has a very high crit damage, and then this other gun, which name I forget, that has fire, which is great for red health bars. I refer to them as flesh health bars. There are 3 different types of health bars you will see. There's going to be red, which is health, blue, which is shields, and yellow, which is mechanical armor. Each of them have their own strengths and weaknesses. And for right now, we are not going to be running into any. We're not going to be running into any shielded enemies or armored enemies. So this fire weapon is going to be massive for us for a little while. So we're going to pick up the first 2 data recordings. After that, we'll kill Scar, and then from Scar, we'll go get the seeds. The first data recording is up through this path, and it's over across the way over there. So we'll go grab that, killing some skags and some flying creatures along the way. I think next time I see a weapon vending machine, I need to upgrade the ammo capacity for these pistols, because I am burning through ammo like I'm made of it. I could be melee, my guess. Yeah, helps a little bit to melee, save a couple rounds. Alright, and that is our first level up after unlocking our main skill here. Oh no, it's not. So we're going to keep going down the skill tree we had decided last time. Our skill, of course, being the turret that we throw out. The reason I did not throw it out here is because there's a spot just up ahead there I want to throw it out to use. So I want to hold on to it for that, because right across this little bridge we're going to come to in a moment after we kill these racks is a rough area. There is some kind of homing that goes on with the racks in the sky like that, because there's no way I get lucky enough every single time I shoot at racks to hit them with almost every single bullet, but I always do. So there's got to be some kind of auto-aiming on the bullets that you fire to hit the airborne enemies. Oh, and we completed a challenge called Too Hot, which I'm sure is just to kill enemies with fire weapons. Alright, and this is where we're going to throw out our turret. And you can see how effective it is to stand behind the turret, let it hit the enemies, and then we clear out the things that happen to get by it. by the time it is gone, we have wiped out the entire camp. Not that this is a very difficult camp to wipe out, but I have died here once or twice. Of course, when you play the game as many times as I have, you have died everywhere a couple times. And we open a red chest for... Ooh, a fire sniper rifle and a blue... Ooh. So we're definitely going to start using the assault rifle here. I think the sniper just heavily outclasses the pistol, so we're going to go with that. There is fall damage in this game, but it shouldn't be too much health damage, mostly shield, yeah. So we're going to just take the fall damage. I do have to watch out for fall damage at different points, though, because it can be a problem if you don't pay attention to it and you jump off a high cliff. Missed. Oh, I just opened up the command thing. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to pick up the money, and I think my hands got off WASD real quick, so I lost my positioning. And then this blue rifle here, I can already tell is going to be bonkers. 28 damage, it'll fire 3 shots because rifles fire 3 shots in this game. Oh yeah. Over and done with. We're going to use this for the next, like, 5 or 6 levels, I'm sure. I'm probably going to start instituting some self-imposed rules once we get a little further in about the weapons that I get, because, like, you get a good weapon like this, and you end up not needing other weapons for a while. But it's kind of boring to be using the same exact weapon, enemy after enemy, hour after hour. So I think if we find ourselves using a weapon for a extended period of time, we're just gonna end up getting rid of it, selling it off. That way we can continue to cycle through different weapons. New shield to equip. Another flaming... Oh, it's the exact same sniper we just picked up. That's interesting. Like, exact same one. Alright, and we're coming up on the second data recording. It's right over here. They didn't drop anything important. And that completes that quest. Now we're going to go kill Scar, who is right over here, up in this camp. That's not him. He exists. He's over here. So we're going to clear out this camp first, this little tiny one here. Because we want as few adds as possible, other than the 1 or 2 that we're going to keep around in case we end up going to fight for your life, so that we can get back up if we need to. I'm also going to switch the sniper back out for this, because I want to use... I want this fire damage to burn away at Scar. So we probably pull him in from a distance with our good rifle, doing a good chunk of damage in the process. And then I will swap out to our fire pistol. And look at that, super easy. There were times, and there have been runs, where you don't get weapons that are quite that good, and he can be a bit of a pain. There's the foot, or the leg. So we've completed that quest, other than to turn it back into TK. And the last quest we're going to go to is this, by the seeds of your pants. I'm going to make sure to point out where some of the more hidden seeds are, because you can go through... the area we're about to go to is like a loop, so you can end up dropping down the cliff at the end of the loop and not realizing you don't have all the seeds, and then you have to backtrack. And we all know that the worst thing you could ever do in a video game is have to backtrack through an area that you've already cleared out. Even if it only takes you 2 or 3 minutes, it is horrid. So I'm going to make sure to point out the couple that I always miss, so that hopefully in the future you guys do not miss them. Alright, so the area for this quest starts here, and the area you jump down from is right there. So that's the end of the loop right there. So what we're looking for are these red seeded plants. And we are going to switch back to the sniper here, because it is just a better weapon for this area. So we'll snipe, and then when they get close, we will switch to our really strong rifle, which I should reload. So we're looking for these. There are 8 of them, and like I said a couple times, they are very easy to miss a couple of them. That first one, pretty easy to find. Also, if you don't get that one, it's right at the end of the loop, so you can always just grab it. Second one is here, and the third one is up there on that ledge. I do forget that one pretty regular. Oh, I feel like, what's the Italian dude's name from Enemy at the Gates? Yeah, anyway, I feel like the dude from Enemy at the Gates. And boom. 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 Oh, Adult Skag. Forgot he was here. So we are going to throw out our turret, and we are going to go down in front of our... I don't know why the turret went away. So that was Fight for Your Life. I think the turret went away because it took too much damage. It definitely doesn't go away when you go down, unless that is a change to the game that was made after the fact. I just missed there was an Adult Skag there, and you let an Adult Skag hit you a couple times at this level, and you're going to end up going down. So that is an easy one to forget. Don't forget to hop across to that little ledge and get that one. Reload this, and we're just going to snipe from up here for a moment. Excuse me. Thank you. Ooh, a badass Skag. Nice. So, I wonder if I can get it from here. Nope. Oh, there are two badass Skags. Alright. We're definitely gonna sit up here and take pot shots, at least until one of them is dead. Two badass Skags would be difficult to deal with. Once one is dead, I'll hop down, we'll throw down our turret, we'll do everything we need to do. Alright. Yep, look how much damage he just did. Put the turret down. Is there a third badass Skag? Oh my god. What in the world? I want to leave that Adult Skag up. Because if I end up going down, I want him there to use for a second wind. Always be thinking about your second winds. Just how this game works, you are going to go down over and over again. It's gonna happen. So you need to plan for it, not plan around it. You cannot prevent 3 badasses from spawning in a low-level area. You can't prevent this situation from happening. All you can do is adapt to it by keeping things alive to get yourself back up as you start to go down. I forget that this blade flower seed is here all the time, so make sure you grab that one. It's just because it's up here. By the time you're done fighting the guys down here, you easily forget that it exists. And if you're not looking down at your mini-map, it can be easy to miss. So don't forget that one. This one is right in front of you, so it should be easy to find. And then we've got some Skags over here. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Oh no, I'm out of ammo for that. Thankfully, the game is very intuitive that it does drop ammo for the guns you're using a little more often, or for the guns that you're low on ammo on, so that's definitely something coded into the game, where it will drop ammo for guns that you are actively using or that you're low on ammo for. See how we're just getting combat rifle ammo the whole time there? There is a weapons chest right up here on the other side of this little thing here, this little barrier. I always used to think this weapons chest was a specific one that always dropped rocket launchers, because for some reason, every single time I opened it, there was always a rocket launcher in there. And I came back to the game a couple years after the fact, and I was excited to get the rocket launcher from here, and then it wasn't a rocket launcher.
Always room for more loot.
And in this case, it is a shotgun. Not one that we need. So, if anyone cares to notice, which you probably won't because no one actually watches these videos, Flower Seed right here. I am planning to make like the big opening to my channel be the game Redfall, which comes out in about a week. So I'm doing this as kind of practice on the video making process, the editing process, and just the, consistently creating content. But you may have noticed there was a bit of a gap here of about 2 weeks from the first episode to the second. That was just, just issues with me committing myself to sitting down and making the content. My hope, though, is that I can pump out the entirety of the Redfall campaign in the first couple days of it coming out. Hoping that, I can jump in on the hype of that, and the people who don't want to play the game or can't play the game, don't want to commit the time to it, just want to watch it passively, and I can maybe get a little bit of a following starting from that. We're continuing to put skill points down the left side of this tree into the damage the Scorpio turret does, eventually getting to the Scorpio turret shooting guided missiles in addition to its gun, which is going to be pretty cool, along with picking up some things for our gun damage along the way. Alright, we have 7 out of 8 Bladeflower Seeds. The 7th one was down here, right there. And the last one is going to be right over here, to the right, after I kill these guys. Yeah, you can see how actually just broken this rifle is. I knew the moment I picked it up, it was a blue rifle early on. It's going to be very strong. I think after we kill Bonehead, we're going to drop this gun no matter what. So we'll probably have it through the end of part 3. Ooh. Alright, that's a big shield. Rubberized shock, sticky shock. Let's go with the rubberized shock grenade. And let's drop one of these bad things to pick up the blue item that's going to be worth a lot more. Probably, yeah, way more. Alright, let's go turn these quests in. I'm going to show you the shotgun. So at the end of the last video, when I said I was going to show you that cool shotgun, I'm actually thinking about the shotgun we're about to get. This time we are actually getting it. I don't use it because I don't think it's a very good shotgun, but it's just got a very cool weapon spray that is fun to shoot when you get it. Truthfully, if you've played Borderlands 1 time or 50 times, I don't think you have played a playthrough where you didn't get the gun and at least shoot it once just to see the effect it does, and then to never use it again. And if you are someone who liked the gun and, picked it up to hold on to it to actually use, what's wrong with you? Oh, that's cool. The loading screen tells me to press mouse 5 to use a melee attack, and I remapped it to mouse 5, which means the loading screen is contingent on the key mappings that I have and not the key mappings that come standard with the game. Little fun fact that means absolutely nothing in the vast void of the world, but just a cool little detail to notice. I did say I was going to stop jumping so much because you can hear when he jumps. He grunts a lot, and I don't want to have to listen to that. I don't want to have you guys listen to that. I used to jump around all the time when I travel through these games. Alright. Wait, we don't have room for any of these weapons. Hold on, I need to drop a couple of these. There we go. So the TK's wave, that's what I'm going to show you here in just a second. And it looks like there might be skags nearby that I can show you it on. So we're going to put the wave on where our sniper was. Actually, going to take a look at that sniper we just picked up. I want to compare it to... Where's this? There, I want to compare it to this. Although fire times 3 is probably worth the drop-off in damage that we get here. And 10 ammo versus 6 ammo is really not the big deal. I think I'm going to keep the fire sniper here. I considered that blue sniper for a second, though. Alright, so this is TK's wave, and it's called that because as you shoot it, the bullets shoot off in a wave pattern. It's not a bad gun. It's just not good. Like, I could use it for the next couple levels, it'd be fine, but we have guns that are better than this. Maybe for the first time ever, I'll actually just hold on to this for a moment to actually use. Alright, and we're going to hand in that third quest, the data recorders that we picked up. I'm going to run over here, hand that in, and that is where the video will end, and we will pick up next time taking care of the catch-a-ride system and probably going to kill Bonehead.
Sure is lonely around here.
Getting better all the time.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to put this last skill point in as we head out. And if you guys liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to throw a subscribe down there, do it. It helps out with small channels. I know it's a little cringy to say, tell you to like and subscribe, but it really does help out small channels to get noticed by the algorithm so that we can continue to grow. Otherwise, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you next time.